That's a lot of brush for one person to deal with.
Can I do something for you?
I'm Bright. I was hoping I could help clear this up.
After my stroke, I just couldn't keep up. Then they fined me $780.
You shouldn't have to face that alone. I'll help you.
I can't tell you how much that means to me.
While driving through a quiet residential neighborhood, I noticed a backyard fence line that had completely disappeared beneath dead brush, fallen branches, dried vines, and years of neglect. The entire area looked like a fire hazard waiting to happen. Dry vegetation stretched across the fence, piles of debris covered the ground, and no one appeared physically capable of clearing it alone. I decided to knock on the door. The homeowner was Walter Hayes, an 89-year-old retired high school principal. For more than 30 years, Walter dedicated his life to helping young people build successful futures. Thousands of students passed through his school. He spent decades mentoring struggling teenagers, supporting teachers, and helping families through difficult situations. Many former students still remembered him as the person who changed their lives. Today, however, Walter rarely leaves his home. 2 years ago, he suffered a serious stroke that left the entire right side of his body weak. He now walks slowly with a cane and has very limited use of his right arm. Everyday tasks that most people take for granted have become exhausting challenges. Carrying branches, pulling weeds, and clearing heavy debris are simply no longer possible. Walter lives alone after losing his wife several years ago. His children live in different states and can only visit occasionally. He does his best to remain independent, but his health continues to decline. As the dead vegetation accumulated, the condition of the property worsened. Eventually, the HOA issued a violation notice stating that the overgrown debris and dry vegetation created a fire hazard. Attached to the notice was a $780 fine, along with a warning that additional penalties could follow if the area wasn't cleaned. When Walter showed me the letter, he looked defeated. He wasn't ignoring the problem. He simply couldn't physically do the work anymore. I introduced myself as Bright and asked if he would allow me to help. After receiving permission, I spent the day removing dead branches, clearing dried vines, hauling debris, and opening up the fence line again. Slowly, the backyard became safer and cleaner. When everything was finished, Walter carefully walked outside with his cane to see the result. For a few moments, he simply stared at the cleared area, and then he reached into his pocket and pulled out several old folded dollar bills. He tried to hand them to me as a thank you. I gently pushed his hand back. "Mr. Hayes, you spent your life